Welcome to Yellow. My name is Neil and we are at the beautiful Onyx Resort in Bali. We are media partners with XFounders and we are covering their 4-week bootcamp with founders in the crypto space. We're here with Dhruv from Neurolov at the XFounders Bootcamp season number 4. I believe it's your first season here.
Yeah, it's first one.
Amazing. I'd love to hear more about your project, a little bit more about you as a founder. So maybe you can start with explaining, telling us who you are, where you're from, your project, and a 30-second elevator pitch.
Sure, oh my God.
So we're in the elevator, you've got Elon Musk with you. What's your 30-second pitch?
So we are the world's first browser-based compute platform. What's a compute, if you can say in a very short way. So I can say you world's most valuable company, if you say currently, is Nvidia, because they are selling the compute, okay? And if you say world's most biggest startups, so we can say OpenAI. So they are using the compute. So this is the demand of the compute, we can say, in the AI world. How the, if you want to do anything in the AI, in the backstage, you need the compute. So way before we find this demand, we know these things will be, grown up great. So we jump on that. And as a founder, when I started before this project, I was in AI from long time. Why I started this project? Because I find lots of difficulties when I rent the GPUs. It's so costly for me, and for any startups, for the survive is the most important thing. You need cheaper things. Sometimes I feel $20,000-$30,000 a month to this compute platform, a centralized compute platform, and it's not visible for any new startups. They will die in this journey. I feel like me, there are lots of persons who want to do great in the AI. And if I gonna make something cheaper, accessible for everything, then it will be great. So that's why the Neurolov born. Neurolov, it's like new diamond.
And if you had to see the business in 5 years' time, and there was a headline on Cointelegraph or something, what would that headline be?
Headline is compute is just cross a $2 trillion market. And Neurolov is forefront in that.
The forefront in the $2 trillion market.
Yeah.
Very ambitious, fantastic. And in terms of I've got an idea, but in terms of the one problem that you are obsessed with solving, what is that?
Is accessibility of compute. It's so much, we can say, centralized. It means so costly. The first thing that we're solving, we are 40% cheaper than the traditional one. So that's the biggest thing that we are solving.
Okay, and from a founder point of view, starting a business, any business, and especially in the space we're in, is obviously very challenging, and lots of sleepless nights. What would you say is the highest and the lowest point that you've had or that you've experienced as a founder?
The lowest point that is, I know some months ago, that we don't have enough salary to pay our employees. This things is only, no one knows that. I only know what's next month happens, because we are just about to default, and end of the month we made a $12 million deal with the government directly. So it's the lowest point in a 1 month that I don't have salary to pay, and in the beginning of the month we make a $12 million deal with the government directly to provide the compute. So lowest to highest.
Amazing. And would you say that $12 million deal was luck? Was it? What steps did you take for that to happen, or did it just land from the sky?
I say it's dedications for when I started. I know from the beginning it's not gonna be easy. So when I started to this $12 million deal, there is not a single day that I take a leave. Consistency, discipline, and infinite efforts for that. So I think this things is gonna be, good outcome.
How big is your team?
It's 15 people.
15 people. And you mentioned not being able to pay salaries and keeping it from your team. How do you keep the ship going when there's rough seas ahead and you're trying to protect your team? How do you do that?
This is a base thing that I want to share. I know these things, this is mess up happens, but I'm not thinking about that, because I have to pay the salary on this 10th date, okay, 10th of 5th. So until the first, I'm not thinking about that. So I'm like, I have the money, no issues, I will make it. So in this type of like mindset that I developed, that's why we reach at this stage.
Got you. And from a program point of view, the XFounders, how many weeks have you been here? This is the third week.
Yeah, it's the second week. I'm here
week,
for
okay.
the four week.
Okay. And what would you say is the one thing that you've learned from your time here so far? What has stood out for you in terms of a learning or a lesson?
I see like a lots of great personalities here, as a founders also, as a mentor also, and lots dedications they have. I'm like currently every day I am meet one founder, I sit with them, and I'm learning something from them. So that is one quality of every person that I really like. Example, I had a long session with Nelson. So it's like a whole or discipline. Yesterday I met one person, he's a founder. It's about the beyond the vision he has. So this type of the quality that I'm getting. So it's amazing actually.
And your favorite session?
Sorry?
Your favorite session that you've had so far? What was the most interesting session?
It's most beautiful about like how you can do the fundraising.
It's the second time someone's mentioned that. What phase are you in your project? Are you in a fundraising phase?
Yeah. Currently we are at the stage of we are going for the fundraising, yeah.
And if I had to give you $10 million, how would you spend it in that phase? If I had to invest $10 million, how would you spend the $10 million?
Currently we have like 15,000 knots connected on our platform. So my first priority will be, if I get a 10 million, mostly I will work on infrastructure and make it a more bigger, more accessible, more cheaper for everyone. So 15,000 to 1.5 million knots, that will be my first priority, and that will be the world's biggest single platform. We can say a supercomputer we are going to make.
So you'd spend most of the money on infrastructure?
Infrastructure plus
Okay.
because I'm not good much in marketing.
Yeah.
So I will try my best to do some good marketing also.
Yeah, I think sometimes you've got to almost double your technical costs with marketing costs.
Exactly.
It depends on the product, but sometimes
Exactly.
marketing is where the big money,
Big
money gets spent.
Always.
And why do you do what you do?
Because first things, I love to do it. Because before that, I have my project, my company. It's in so much profitable. It's so much good that because we are directly working with the governments and that. But one thing I find is there is nothing, nothing in my hand. We are like mostly aligned with the government policies, and I want to build something that I can proud. That's the most important thing. That I can proud that this is the challenging something. That is something futuristic. I know this challenge, but I took it and I make it, and I should have to proud on that. So that's the main thing that I am doing. That's whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the season.
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.